Adidas says dropping Kanye could cost it more than $1 billion. OMG. Scooter Braun basically buys Lil Baby, the Migos, City Girls. He buys out all their masters by purchasing their record label. This Black History Month, let's talk about it. Starting off with Kanye West. Adidas breakup with Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is a pricey one. The company warned Thursday that it's expected to lose $1.3 billion, 1.2 billion euros in revenue this year because of its unable to sell the designer's Yeezy clothing and shoes. Adidas ended its 9-year partnership with the rapper last October because of his anti-Semitic remarks. In a statement, Adidas said its financial guidance for 2023 accounts for the significant adverse impact from not selling the existing stock. If the company can't repurpose any of the remaining Ye clothing, Adidas said that it could cost the company $534 million, 500 million euros in operating profits this year. The company said shortly after the partnership was dissolved that it would try to sell the clothing stripped of the Yeezy name and branding. Adidas said selling the sneakers under its own branding could save the company about $300 million in royalty payments and marketing fees. Despite that attempt, Adidas is going to have problems repurposing his clothing, and analysts previously told CNN. There are really no good options for this distressed brand that sits somewhere between prestige and luxury, said Bert Flickinger, retail expert and managing director at retail consultancy Strategic Resource Group. Other options include destroying or donating unsold Yeezy clothing. It's a tough one because, on one end, Kanye was out of line. Like, let's not forget he was out of line. But what I think is interesting is, Adidas didn't end Kanye when he was disrespectful towards Black people. They did that specifically after he attacked Jewish people, which was also equally, disgusting, offensive, and all that stuff. But let's just not act as though the world doesn't change. Let's just not act as though there aren't privileges, right? I love how the Jewish community stands for their own and does not tolerate the disrespect of their community, and I think that the Black community doesn't do that. The Black community is there's a lot of crabs in the barrel kind of mindsets. We're not promoting no ads. There's a lot of crabs in the barrel kind of mindset. There's a lot of forgiveness too. There's a combination of that. So some people just wanting to attack Kanye, some people just like forgiving him for even though he denigrates Black people equally, and it's all quite just it's a double standard. But now what I think is ironic is that Adidas is clearly trying to get Black people. These are people that purchase Yeezy shoes. Like, it's mainly Black, like obviously it's a lot of other people, but a lot of Black people are purchasing this stuff. And it's like they're almost trying to convince, like, there's I feel like this is all PR to get public sympathy, right? To get public sympathy, because it's almost like virtue signaling. Look, guys, this is what we did for you. We stood for a cause that you guys all supported. Now support us and buy these shoes. Support us and buy these shoes and keep our business afloat. But I say I'm not going to put my money in Adidas. I think a lot of Black people aren't going to put their money. Better donate those shoes for free. I'll get those shoes for free for sure. I'm not paying for them. I'm not putting more money in Adidas's hands, because at the same time, I have an issue. I understand the business side of it. I understand why they had to resell the shoes and do everything in their power to resell the shoes and not associate with a brand like Kanye. I completely get that. But there's just something that doesn't sit right with me. This idea that, like, Kanye being this like super talented individual and being that, him being this, like, and him being a black man, and just even beyond, maybe I'm even being a Kanye apologist, as I just mentioned, a lot of black people are with, you know, internalized racism within the black community. But it just doesn't sit right with me that Adidas tried to almost like scam Kanye out of his percentage of those shoes and try and sell it without him. It just, to me, I don't like the way that looks. I would have preferred it if they just donated it to him and let him sell it. And we know that it would fly off the shelves. But I just don't like the way that Adidas has packaged and branded themselves. And I'm not going to go and support them. And I think they're trying to virtue signal. They're trying to get people to support them. And I think there are a lot of people that will support them. I think the Jewish community, you know, they stood for the Jewish community. And I think the Jewish community very well will support them, Adidas, for this, because they stood for the Jewish community. But they didn't stand for the black community. So I don't care how many billions of dollars you've lost. I'm not going to support you with my black dollars. I'm not going to do it. But I understand why people might feel the need to support him. But I'm not doing it not because I'm in protest, because I do think what Kanye said about Jews was so disgusting and offensive, and you know, I do not support that in any way. But I for me, I'm protesting against the double standard that Adidas did not react when he was disrespectful to black people. And you know, we could have that black Jew argument. They depicted it in You People, the movie. I don't think that's the focus here. I think that would be very myopic to see it that way. It's not about that. It's simply about the fact that there's a double standard, and certain groups of people get more power or have more influence in how, you know, society works, and you know, and black people tend to not have those positions of power. And what Kanye said about black people was extremely offensive, internalized racism, and I would have appreciated not just the black community, but also people like Adidas to let go of him. But no, there was no uproar. So I'm not going to put my money into Adidas. And I think a lot of black people will agree with that sentiment. Now let's go to Scooter Braun capturing modern day slaves. Look, I am a fan of Mr. Scooter Braun. I am a true fan. I watched him with Justin Bieber, my favorite artist. He is responsible for creating my favorite artist, and I appreciate him for that. He tried to take Taylor Swift's Masters, and she won that fight. She re-recorded her entire album. Now he's acquiring a new company. Look, it's the music business. This is how it works, right? They acquire companies. They get their masters. So HYBE, America's HYBE, America acquires Quality Control, home to Lil Baby, the biggest rapper in the game right now. Migos, the City Girls, in $300 million plus deal led by Scooter Braun. HYBE America. Oh, this talks. Let's hear the article.
HYBE America acquires Quality Control, home to Lil Baby, Migos, and City Girls in $300 million plus deal led by Scooter Braun. By Shirley Halprin. HYBE America has entered into an agreement to merge and acquire Quality Control, QC Media Holdings Incorporated, the Atlanta-based entertainment company covering music. Lil Baby, Lil Yachty, City Girls, and Migos are among its signings. Sports, film, and television, founded by CEO Pierre P. Thomas and COO Kevin Coach K. Lee. The deal, valued at $320 million in stock and cash, was led by HYBE America CEO Scooter Braun, whose relationship with Coach and P, as Lee and Thomas are known, goes back to the early 2000s when Braun was living in Atlanta. It aligns with HYBE's mission to build a global entertainment giant rooted in music with interests in other mediums and platforms related to entertainment, lifestyle, and culture.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Oh, hell no. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is all very interesting. I don't know. Like, I just think that we need to change the game. Rappers need to start having ownership over their music. I just hate the way that these executives are just trading these people's blood, sweat, and tears in their whole life in the backgrounds as those artists are shipped on tour, touring the world, hustling, you know, essentially picking cotton. Because, like, they say the dollar majority of the dollar is made out of cotton, apparently. So they're still picking cotton, working for their money, working for their cash. Go watch my other channel, The University of Making Money, where I talk about financial literacy and all that stuff. But I just don't like to see it. I don't like to see it. I want to empower more black musicians. No, I want to empower musicians, full stop, with the knowledge, with the education of the industry. And when I see stuff like this in the background, these executives are still taking majority share where these artists need to be really owning their stuff. Like, this kind of model is just so for the industrial era. It's for the we're in the information era. Artists need to take control of their stuff. This is going to keep happening until a disruptive system comes in. I have a plan for something disruptive, but we shall wait and see. In the meantime, in between time, I want to show you guys my new app. Boom, Ray the AI, like ChatGPT on the go. Basically, Ray the AI is your on the go writing assistant. She's your AI writing assistant. She's powered by ChatGPT, and you have access to her on Instagram at RAETHEAI. You have access to her on Instagram. You have access to her on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and Ray Messenger. She's available in all those places. And if I just quickly go to the Instagram right now, we post, my team, we are posting AI news content consistently. So you could go follow the Instagram to get updated in the latest AI technology and in the space. I think I'm frozen right now. Anyway, it is what it is. And it's time for us to empower ownership. And this is my product, guys. Go check it out. Go DM her right now on Instagram at Ray the AI. And I'll see you in the next one. A peace.